we went in as the number 8 seed into the tournament. Ended up 4-2, wrestled Mercyhurst first, and then ran into Central Oklahoma, the number 1 team in the country, and it was great duel. I mean, they're a tough team, and those are the teams that you want to hit when you go to those type of events, like the national duels. So we ended up taking a decent loss to them, but really looking at each individual match, we were competitive, you know. I mean, you go up and down the lineup and think we were at 1 or 2 point matches, and good 3 or 4 of those matches. It obviously kind of affects the team score. But the guys, you know, bounced back, wrestled really well, ended up, you know, finishing in 6th place. Lost to McKendree there at the end. So lost to the number 1 team in the country and then the number 3 team in the country. And felt we competed well through the whole tournament. And really, you know, every team's dealing with right now injuries and other guys, just putting together a lineup and, you know, leaving a returning All-American Crone at home. And but Benarwitz stepped up and he wrestled great, everything we could have asked for. And then at 57s, Ariel wrestled up into that weight class and went out there and fought. So, you know, overall super proud of the effort that these guys had and really performed well.
Looking ahead this week, tomorrow night you got a duel with San Francisco State, and then kind of the unknown on Friday right now with Chadron State. What do you know about those 2 opponents?
We haven't seen a lot of San Francisco State. We did see them at Midwest Classic a little bit, but we didn't really run into them. So, you know, you pay attention a little bit to their lineup, but really it's just, you know, focusing on our guys right now and just ready to compete tomorrow night. And yeah, look forward to it. I know they've got really tough 41-pounder that did well out at Midwest Classic, San Francisco State's 41-pounder that is. And then, you know, Chadron, really haven't seen too much of them, you know a little bit of their lineup. They have some returning guys that, you know, we're looking forward to wrestling if that comes to fruition. But for right now, it's tomorrow night, San Francisco State, and yeah, looking forward to it.
Donnie, as being one of the veterans, kind of the second half of the season here, kind of started to get a bunch of duels leading up to the regional tournament. What do you have to work on personally, and then what do you think the team needs to work on heading into the regional tournament to have a really good shot at qualifying a large number of the guys?
I think me personally, for what I need to work on is just wrestling my match, doing my stuff, what I want to do. Anytime I let you know, the other guy wrestle the way he wants to, it doesn't usually end well for me. As we saw in Midwest, didn't really work out too well because I kind of let the other guys control matches and let them do what they wanted to do instead of wrestling how I wanted to do. I think as a team, we just got to keep doing what we're doing. We're on the right path. We're looking good. We just got to keep working hard, keep being gritty, just get out there and wrestle hard and have fun.
And then Collin, for you, jumped all the way up, you know, kind of an unranked guy now, all the way up to number 2 right now. Are you wrestling with confidence now? You got to be wrestling with some confidence now. Have a good showing out at Midwest Classic. Talk about your performance over the last month.
Yeah, it's super nice to get noticed and turn some heads. And I think right now I kind of hit a block just with my own shots. Like, I think people have kind of been watching me now, and so they know like my defense is really good. So I think they're not shooting as much, and so it's kind of forcing me to change some things a little bit, but really just keep buying into what the coaches are telling us and keep doing what we're doing. Yeah.
And Coach, kind of for you, what do you think these guys need to work on as a team? You know, heading into the stretch here with a lot of conference duels, heading into the regional tournament at the end of February.
Yeah, right now it's little things. I think, you know, as you look at, and each individual guy is going to have a different answer for that. I mean, as we look at Donnie or you look at Collin, you know, I think we're improving every week. We're doing really well. It's the little things now. I mean, being healthy and strong is important at this point in the season, and so that becomes a focus, like making sure that, you know, we put in the work. Training, conditioning is where it needs to be. Maybe some guys need to catch up from being, you know, out with injury or sickness or whatever it may be like that. But we just need to, little things like these guys just mentioned right now. They know what their skill set is. And then it's just wrestling, tactically a certain way, and really honing in on little things like Collin mentioned right now. But each guy's got their own individual things that they need to work on. But as a team, as you ask, as a team, just staying healthy and staying focused and just taking it one match at a time. Because really, right now it's San Francisco State tomorrow night, and that's our focus. And then from there, we'll move on to the next, whether it be Shattering or whoever. But right now, it's just getting ready to wrestle tomorrow night and just make little improvements or little tweaks where we need to make them.
Question, good. All right, question of the week.
Who's the pickiest eater on the team?
Bo Piper. So he's on the coaching staff, but we'll throw him in there. I don't know. That's a good question. These guys would know better because you room with them, you sit down with them.
I don't know.
I'd say either Bo or Ariel. Ariel's
Yeah.
pretty picky. He's got a simple diet.
Banana Twinkies.
Yeah.
Yeah.